Hey, good morning. Who's on the line? Is that Dr. Sam Collins? I see. Just getting set up. So just give us 5 more minutes to just get everything set up and a few more people to join us. So happy that you could have joined us this morning, bright and early. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. This is Miss UK. We're going to get started in about 5 minutes. Just going to let some more people go ahead and get ready and jump on, and just get everything situated. So just give us a few more moments for some other people to jump on. We'll get started. As you guys come on the line, you can go ahead and announce who you are and where you're calling from. We're so happy to have you here. We know that a lot of you guys have just got started, so go ahead and introduce yourself. You can unmute by just tapping the microphone. If this is your first time on Zoom, that's located in the bottom left-hand corner. You might have to connect audio. It will say that there also. So let's see if I can help you guys unmute as we just wait for a few more people to come on the line. Okay, awesome. I've got the host. So you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and where you're calling from. You can go ahead and unmute. I've sent all you guys the permissions to be able to unmute your mic. We're just going to wait a few more minutes for a few more people to get on the line, but go ahead and let me know where you're calling in from. So I'm just going to give us a few more minutes to go ahead and get set up. So guys, just sit tight. Make sure that you have your pens and pads at the ready because you're going to take a lot of notes. All those on this call should be those who have joined us recently, maybe the last few days, maybe in the last week. Please ensure that you've completed your 7 steps or well on your way to doing so, so that this call can be applicable to you. There's a lot of things that need to be covered first in those first 7 steps when you first get started to be able to participate in this call. So that would mean that you have all the relevant apps downloaded and all your access privileges of being granted. So again, just ensure that you are in that position and give us a few more minutes and we'll go ahead and get started in just a moment. You guys have got a few more minutes just to get any team members on, any people that might have started with you, anyone that you know could benefit from this orientation. What we'll be going through, we'll be able to enter and exit a trade by the end of this orientation and also calculate our pips, and you'll be able to navigate around the rich community. So anyone that you know on your team that can benefit from that, go ahead and get the texts out. I know it's quite early stateside. If you're in Eastern time zone, it's around about 9 o'clock, just after 9, going all the way to, let's see if my maths is good, about 6 a.m. if you're in LA. So anyone in Pacific time, I definitely take my hat off to you if you're on. But I want you guys to let me know who you are and where you're calling from as we wait for a few more minutes just to get set up and we're going to get started. But I hear somebody out there. Who's that? Is that? Oh, hi. Hey, big bro. We're just waiting for a few more people to get on the line. As you come on the line, please introduce yourself and let me know who you are and where you're calling from. So again, if you guys have just joined us, welcome to this morning's orientation call. I am Miss UK and I will be taking you through the new rich system, making sure you guys can navigate, enter and exit a trade and calculate your pips. If you see any team members that may benefit from this, please go ahead and send a text out to them and let them know. We'll be getting started in a few moments. And I would just love you guys to go ahead and let me know who you are and where you're calling in from. I can hear someone there in the background. I'm not sure if you're trying to introduce yourself.
Logic Mix, Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, Mr. Logic Mix, master trader in Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, UK. Good morning, good morning.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for joining us. Anybody else we have there out on the line?
Robert Harris from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, Robert, how you doing? How you doing? Good morning, bright and early. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Awesome. Who else do we have out there on the line?
Rashid Ambrose from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Hey, Rashid, how you doing? Louisiana in the house. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Glad to have you guys joining us. How long have you guys been in the business as well? Let me know that as when you come on the line.
I'm still on. I've been on a little over 3 months now.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Brilliant. Well, glad to have you with us, and we want to make sure, that everybody, has the right tools, what they need, that they know how to navigate, you know, through our rich community. It's growing every day. There's lots of new features. So thank you for joining us. We want to make sure that, you know, everybody is on the right path. Anybody else out there? Let's see if anybody's, you can also type in the chat. I see Omi, I hope I've pronounced that right. Is that Fresno, California? Excuse my accent, guys. I'm obviously, I'm British, I'm in the UK, so my pronunciation might be off even. Okay, great. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I know that most of you guys that are on this call are quite new. You've probably been in maybe, could be a few days. Oh, great. My pronunciation was on point. Awesome. Thanks for that. Yeah, you guys may be brand new. You may have been in, you know, a little while, but not, you know, really got your feet wet yet. So hopefully this call will just help to get all you guys, you know, oriented and, you know, make sure that you're situated. So, okay. So welcome first and foremost to Rich University. We are so honored to have you guys with us. You've joined the fastest growing team in the industry. We're a great close-knit family. A little bit about who we are. We're a community of entrepreneurs who offer millionaire mentorship and coaching to impact nations and generations. Our global vision of investing into financial flexibility through establishing quality relationships has proven results that produce real residual. So that's our mission statement. That's kind of what Rich University is all about. And, you know, we're just all about helping people generate wealth and build legacies. And we're using the vehicle of Forex and crypto trading right now. So that's a little bit about us. Just so you know what Rich is and why we are Rich, Rich actually stands for royal, inspirational, courageous, and humble. And as you guys go through, you know, the 7 steps and you go through the 21-day roadmap inside of our Rich community, you will be able to adapt these traits and really know what it is to truly be rich. And we want to really develop your mindset here at Rich University, as well as your skill set. So that's just a few points to bear in mind if you guys are brand new. So we stand on 3 solid pillars: relationships, results, and residuals. That's our core. So relationships are very important to us. We build quality, long-lasting relationships, and we want to attract quality, long-lasting relationships. So, you know, the people that we interact with and the people that we want to join our business, we want those to be, you know, people who are here for the long haul, you know, real quality, not just kind of fly by night. And here we believe in, you know, results speak, you know, that those are things that we stand on. So we're here to make sure that you guys see the results that you want. There's an accountability form, which I'm going to show you guys in the Rich community, which helps you establish from day one kind of why you're here, what you want to get out of this space. And, you know, we want to help you achieve that. So, yeah, that's our results pillar. And we also stand on residual income. We believe in long money that's, you know, clicking over while we're sleeping. Residual income, that is something that is very powerful and something that can really help you guys to, you know, make a difference in your community and your families and all that good stuff going forward. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys now so that I can actually access the Rich community. So give me one moment to do that. Give me 1 second. So this is something that you guys should have done in your 7 steps. So again, if anyone's just joining the line, please ensure that you have completed or you're well on your way to completing those 7 steps. And we will be going through parts of them. And if anyone has any kind of questions or concerns, I'll open up the floor towards the end so you guys can go ahead and let me know, and I can help you guys, you know, straighten anything out. So let's share. This should work. Awesome. So first of all, I want to make sure that you guys can see my screen. So somebody let me know that you're seeing my my screen share. before I go any further. Let me see the chat real quick to see if you guys have typed in the chat. So can you guys see my screen? Type a 111 in the chat or unmute and just say yes. So I'm not sure if you guys can see my screen. Hopefully you guys can hear me out there. Awesome. Thank you so much, Latoya. Okay, great. So this is the Rich Community on Facebook. And this is the page that you'll come to when you first access the community, which you'll see here, units is highlighted. And that's the area that you guys should be ready to go on to now, as that's step 7 in your 7 steps. I'll go through the 7 steps with you guys as well, just so you know what those are. Let me pull those up 1 second. Because they have slightly been revised. I did send them out into the, well, actually we can look at them here because I did post them. Here we go. So these are the 7 steps, and we have some video links that that go with those to help you guys navigate. So it's like a video demonstration. So step 1 would be joining the Rich University Facebook, which is this, what we're inside of now. From here, you'll be able to download the team app and then download your MT4, which is the app you will use to trade. From there, you'll set up a personal demo account. You'll be able to enter and exit a trade, and then open a live account, and then finally start your 21-day roadmap. So that's where I was just leading you guys to. Under the units tab, which is opens by default when you enter the Rich Community, you'll see that there are some units here for you guys to follow. It starts with day 1, you've got day 2, and within each day, there are steps. So if we click on day 1, just to show you guys really quickly, to help you guys navigate if you're having some difficulty. Each day starts with a video from our amazing CEO, Dr. China Bethley. The video goes through everything that you're going to cover. I'm not sure if the video will play because I'm doing a screen share. No, it doesn't want to play. My connection doesn't like that. Let me know if I'm clear as well. My connection might become distorted at times. Anyway, you'll start with the video, and that will go through everything within each day. And then you'll commence going through each step, which starts with our daily Rich declarations. Every single day, we say these to ourselves with conviction. They're very important to get ourselves in the right mind space to make sure that we are, we're trading effectively, we're approaching our business effectively, we're just doing everything with a spirit of excellence. We believe those are really important and really powerful. So definitely go ahead and take a look at those. You can also, you can extract those, you can put them on your wall. I know a lot of people have got them all around their house, which is amazing. And then you will go on to reading a daily Rich reading and enrich your mind. Again, we believe a lot in your mindset. So we have a few suggestions, some quality reading materials that you guys can go ahead and take advantage of. They're audiobooks that are, the links are posted in there. And then you can see there's some things that you can do, some things that we advise you guys to do, such as setting your goals, knowing your why. This will be replaced soon by our amazing new website, which will be on par with IMR Universe, which will basically get your 72 hours down packed. You'll clean up your social media. You'll make sure that you join our other Rich University page, and so on and so forth. The last step will take you to go through your IML Academy training. So that's just really quickly how to kind of navigate your way through the units. Also, I want to bring your attention to the events tab. The events tab. This is where you'll see all of the events, so most of the events which are taking place within the Rich community. You'll see each day we have a VIP Rise and Profit Leadership Call. That's actually Monday to Thursday, so 4 days a week. You'll get an alert on your phone as soon as you tap onto one of these and just click on, where is it now? I think I'm already going, so I can't click on going, but you'll just basically update your status to go in. You should receive a notification anyway. If you're not receiving notifications, please do contact your sponsor, whoever enrolled you, so that they can make sure that you are not missing any, you know, important or valuable information which you are entitled for through your membership. So here you'll see that we have calls, we have events, lots of good stuff that basically let you know what's going on. And I do suggest that you guys keep a diary of the events that you are qualified to attend. The next tab that I want to bring your attention to is the Files tab right here. So under the Files tab, you can see we have, you know, some of the PDFs and some of the documents which you saw in the roadmap, such as the Daily Rich Declarations that will open up, and it will basically allow you to extract that in any way that you want to. You can email it to yourself, so you press share. You can, you know, make sure that you have that somewhere visible for yourself daily. But I want to bring your attention to the accountability form, which is here, Rich University Accountability Form. This form is very important for you guys to fill out within your first 72 hours and give back to your sponsor. As you can see, you fill in your name, your email, your basic information, and you also fill in your sponsor's information and your subscription date. And then you have some things under here, such as what your goal is for your first 30 days, your first 90 days, and for 12 months. So these things are going to really help you work smart and work, you know, to successfully achieve what it is that you set out to, and also help us all support you in doing that. Again, we're results orientated, so we don't like talking for the sake of talking. We like to write the vision down, make it plain. So this is an accountability form that's going to help you be accountable and also help your sponsor be your accountability partner. And then you have here how many days you're willing to dedicate to accomplish your goal. This is very important. I always tell you know, all my new enrollees to be very realistic with your time, even if that's 15 minutes a day, an hour a week, you know, 30 minutes every other day, whatever it is, be realistic so that you can commit. Consistency is key, guys, in this game. You need to make sure that whatever it is that you say you can commit to, that you do it consistently. And that's how you're going to see, you know, true development, which is what we want. So that's basically your, this is basically the Rich community. The discussion will be where any live news pops up. So that's just basically the news feed. Sometimes we go live out of this space, and that's where you'll be able to see that. So that's basically our online Rich community. So make sure, if you guys are not already a part of that, that you go ahead and follow those 7 steps and make sure that you are a part of that, because there's immense value in there. So let me just come back to the chat and see if you guys have got any concerns or questions. It's pretty straightforward. Okie dokie, awesome. Okay, so next what I want you guys to do or to observe, and we're going to go right ahead and, well, we're going to talk a little bit about trading, and we're going to enter and exit a trade. There's some things to bear in mind before you guys even, you know, start trading, and that's a lot to do with your mindset. In this space, you'll find that it's only 5% skill set and 95% mindset. So that's basically, you know, how you're approaching, you know, your trade. What's your emotional state? Building up the right psychology of a trader is very important. So I just want to basically set your expectation level, because we want to make sure that we're partnering with, you know, lifelong profitable traders. So that means that you've got to get your mind right. So, you know, like I said, it's more important than the actual skill. You want to develop emotional maturity and emotional intelligence. So you would never trade, you know, when you're anxious, if you're incredibly excited, if you're feeling low or depressed, you know, in a space of desperation. That's not where you want to be when you're trading. 100% no. That's just going to basically, you're on a downward spiral there. So you want to make sure that, you know, you have total control over your emotions, that, you know, when you are trading, so you're going to start off trading smaller sums, but you want to make sure that you're building up that, the correct mindset. So when you're trading larger sums, you know, you have total control. You want to manage your greed and your speed when you're trading. The greed monster is something that comes out of all of us when trading, but I definitely want you guys to be mindful of the kind of discipline that you're setting for yourself. So set goals, set daily goals. We have a trading plan inside of the Rich community under files, and that can help you day by day, you know, build up your account. But it requires discipline. It requires you to stick to, you know, either a daily dollar amount or an amount that, you know, of percentage that you're going to grow a day. But just knowing kind of, you know, where to stop, when to stop, and making sure that you're operating from a space of humility, you know, that you're being patient. Patience is the number one trait that is going to pay you in the Forex market. The impatient trader pays the patient trader. So you definitely want to be operating patience. And this is going to hold the mirror up to yourself. You're going to see how patient you really are, how greedy you really are, how much discipline you really have, you know, and how humble you really are. So these are some traits that I really want you guys to bear in mind. Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and open up MT4. And this is the place, where you guys are going to start. So let me just make sure that I am in a demo. Okay. So this is your MT4 app that you guys would have downloaded already, because you've all completed your 7 steps as advised. This is step 3. So once you've downloaded this, it will bring you to this screen, which is your quote screen. You know that because in the bottom left-hand corner, it says quotes. And this is where all of your currency pairs are displayed. Which ones are your currency pairs? Your currency pairs are the ones on the left-hand side of the screen that are displayed in black, bold type. So as you can see at the top, Euro USD, going all the way down to what I have here, GBP JPY. So I'm just going to get rid of, well, actually, no, that's fine. That's fine. Don't want to confuse you guys. So as you can see, there's only 10 currency pairs displayed on the screen. However, there are way more than 10 currency pairs for you guys to trade in the foreign exchange market. So how do you access all of the other pairs? So really simple. In the top right-hand corner, you will see a plus. I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm using an iPhone. So this is how it looks on the iPhone. On the Android, it may look slightly different. However, please follow along as best as you can. And we will have some visuals coming with the Android view as well as the iPhone view. However, we're looking at the plus sign in the top right-hand corner. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And when I clicked on that, it brought up a screen that's going to look similar to this. It's a search screen for you to add any currency pairs that you don't see there. So I'm going to add, just because it's the weekend and the Forex market is closed. In fact, I don't know if that is available on this pair, on this platform. So I'll go ahead and type in USD JPY. Or let's see, 1 second. It has to be something that's not already there. Okay, so let's do, so for example, you've got a trade alert, or you've got a pair that you found on the harmonic scanner and you don't see it here. So let's do Euro AUD, that one at the top. So when I typed in EUR, which is basically the shorthand for euro, even if I typed in euro, it would bring up all of the currency pairs that are associated with the euro currency. So I would look on the list and I would select the one that I want. In this case, for the sake of this example, I'm going to go ahead and choose Euro AUD. Clicking on the plus, which is the green plus next to the pair. So once I click on that, you see the currency pair disappeared. Where did it go? So click cancel right here and go ahead and click on the back arrow to bring you back to your quote screen. And as you can see all the way there at the bottom, you can now see Euro AUD is displayed. So that is how you access currency pairs that are not visible to you immediately on your quote screen. Really simple. Okie doke. So I'm going to go ahead first of all and see if you guys are clear on that. Anybody not clear on anything so far? You can pop a question in the chat, or you can let me know, 111 if everything's clear. The next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is enter and exit a trade. So let me just go ahead and get you the video link for that while you guys are letting me know if that was clear. Don't know if somebody was about to unmute there. No problem. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this. Let's see. Oopsie daisy. One second, guys. Just trying to grab this link. That for some reason. Okay. Select. Okie dokie. So if you guys haven't had a chance to see this video, some of you may already have viewed this video. It's basically a short video that's going to help you enter and exit a trade. So we'll watch it first, and then we'll go through it manually together. And any questions that you guys might have, you might be having some difficulty entering and exiting trades. So let me know if you guys can also hear this, if there's volume. Oh, what's that? That's the wrong thing. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, okay, I know why. There we go, that should work now. Can you guys hear? Let me know that you can hear. Okie dokie. It's so cringe listening to your own voice. So, okay, I see we have many questions here in the chat. Awesome. So let's see. No, Dr. China isn't talking. It was me, Miss UK. Oh no, you guys couldn't hear the whole thing. I can't hear anything. Can't hear the video. Oh my gosh. No, I was there. That's so sad. So you guys didn't hear any of that? You didn't hear any of the video? OMG. That is tragic. Well, we'll go through it anyway in real time. We'll do it right now. Have you guys seen the video already? Hopefully you have, but I'll go through it right now. No, you haven't. So that's definitely something that you guys need to do. I'm not sure at what point you joined the call, but orientation is definitely something that you do after you've completed your first your 7 steps, which is what you do in your first 72 hours. So hopefully you have, because then orientation will make a lot more sense and you'll be equipped with the right tools and the right apps. So because the reason why I showed the video is because the market was actually closed, or is actually closed. So for those guys who haven't gone through your IML Academy training, where you will learn about you know, the different sessions and the market times, foreign currency, so that's the currency that's associated with, you know, any country. When you go to a different country, they have a different currency. And when the countries close, which is basically over the weekend, it's when the banks are closed. And it's governed from, starts with Australia and Asia, Australia and Tokyo, which paired together are the Asian sessions. So that's the start of the trading day and the trading week. On Monday, well, it's on Sunday evening for myself here in Britain, and I think for you guys it's about 5 o'clock on a Sunday, if you're in Eastern Standard Time, and that's when it would be basically the morning in Australia, and it goes all the way to Friday. For me, it's 10 o'clock on a Friday night, probably 5 o'clock for you guys, because it closes with New York. New York is the last session, which closes the Forex day and the Forex week. So being today, that is Saturday, the foreign exchange market is closed. So that's all the foreign currency associated with countries. However, there are other things that we can trade in the Forex market, like cryptocurrency. Which might be a scary word to you guys that you hear all over the place and don't know what it means. And that includes, you know, such things as Bitcoin, which I'm sure you've seen blasted all over, you know, the news and social media. But we can actually trade such coins that are not associated with countries because they are digital currency. It's kind of the new wave. We can trade those at the weekend. So I'll enter one of those trades. But the thing is, they work slightly different from foreign currency. So if you guys haven't seen that video, let me pop it in the chat. You definitely need to watch it and the other 7 ASAP. Well, there's 5 now. Somebody said, okay, you just said no. So let me just drop that link in the chat. You guys could have been watching it while following along and hearing at the same time. However, we'll go ahead and do one manually. So you guys follow along as best as you can on your devices. I'm going to go to a demo account that has some movement. So don't be alarmed at all my trades. Oh, hello, is somebody there? Somebody unmuted? Okay, I think it might have been you, Fioro. Do you have a question? Okay. No problem. So what we went through in the video was basically how to enter and exit a trade. And you start on your quote screen, which is the screen that I'm on now. you guys may not see the same currency pairs as my screen because these are just the ones that I've chosen. But as I just went through, how you would locate them would be pressing the plus in this corner and then typing in the search box what currency pair that you wanted to look for. So I'm going to do a Bitcoin trade just to enter and exit for the sake of showing you guys how. Or maybe I'll do Litecoin because it's a little bit less aggressive and I don't have that one on my screen. So I'm going to type in Litecoin. So as I begin to type, you can see that it's already popped up here. So I want it versus the US dollar. So maybe that means I've already got it on there. Let's see. So I typed in Litecoin and I said, yeah, I already have it. So here, as you can see, there's quite a lot of things on my screen, but I'm looking at the one that says LTC USD, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up from the bottom. So that's the trade that I'm looking at now. So if you guys want to, in your demo account, I'll say again, in your demo account, I'm currently also in my demo account. You can follow along with me and also place this trade. So I'm not sure what this trade's doing at the moment. Anybody got something to add? I can hear somebody there in the background. So if you guys have, I can't see the chat, so if you have a question or a query, it would be better to unmute your microphone so that I can hear your question, comment or concern. So let me just see really quickly, just ignore this screen for a minute. I just want to see if it's kind of which way it's moving. Looks like it's moving downwards. That's just giving me a quick heads up, what direction to go in this trade. Somebody got a question? Can I hear somebody? Okay, maybe it's just background noise. Okay, so as the video demonstrated, what you do to enter a trade, you tap and hold the currency pair or just give it a quick tap until you see some options pop up. And those options are displayed on the screen right now. They are trade, chart, and details. So to trade this currency or to trade this cryptocurrency, which is what this is, we're going to click on trade. So when we click on trade, we will be brought to this trade screen, which is where we place our order. The first thing that you want to make sure when you click on this screen is that the same currency pair that you selected is the same pair that you can see at the top of the screen. So in this case, we want to see LTC USD. And that's what you can see at the top of the screen. So if that's not the one that you wanted, that means you're in the wrong pair and you just want to go back and find the pair that it is you're looking for from the quote screen, which is at the bottom. All I did was click on quotes at the bottom, which is why it's highlighted in the blue. So again, I want to trade LTC USD. So I'm clicking LTC USD and I'm clicking trade. Underneath where it says the pair I'm trading, it should say market execution if I want to enter this right now. So all this means is now. It may say instant execution depending on your device or your broker. So instant execution or market execution is what you are looking for. Directly under market execution, you see a number separated by a decimal point. In this case, it's 0.10. To change that number, this is your lot size, You will learn more about your lot size and leverages as the video demonstrated in IML Academy. It's in your basic training 2. So I'm not going to go into exactly what lot sizes are and how to leverage your account. That's something that you need to take ownership of when you're completing your online academy training. I'm just simply going to show you how to amend your lot size so that we can enter this trade. So I'm going to choose to trade a micro lot, the smallest lot I can trade, which is 0.01. So how did I do that? Well, I simply clicked on the area where it says 0.01 now, and it brought my keypad up. And when my keypad was highlighted, I erased what I needed to erase, and I typed 0.01. So that's amended my lot size. So if you guys are following along, you may want to do the same thing and type in 0.01. So this is how your screen should look. If you guys are following, it should say LTC USD at the top, then market or instant execution, and then 0.01. Is everybody on the same page as me? Bearing in mind, some of you are on an Android device, so it looks slightly different, but it's basically the same concept. You still want to see market or instant execution, and you want to see 0.01. So I'm just going to look at the chat to see if you guys have raised any questions. I see one. So Milton can't see my screen. Can anybody else not see my screen? Anybody else not see my screen? Bearing in mind, I'm clicking back and forth to the chat, so I'm not sure. It might go blank when I do that. So Fiora can't see, you couldn't see earlier. So I'm going to go back to, let me stop the share and restart the share just to make sure, because everybody's saying they can't see it. And guys, if there's ever a time where you're not seeing the screen, or something is impaired visually, audio, please let me know. Better to unmute your microphone and let me know that way, because I can't always see the chat. Okay, so it looks like I'm not even shared for some reason. So I'm going to start the broadcast again, and I'm just going to mute out this background. Seems like overtook my screen share. For some reason. So Carolyn, please mute your audio. If you don't have a question, I've just sent you an invitation to mute your audio. So Carolyn, please mute your audio. It's not mute you. And Dr. Sam Collins, if you don't have a question, can you also mute your audio just so we have no background noise? Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Caroline. Okay, guys, I'm back. For some reason, my my connection dropped. I hope I'm not choppy. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again, and I need to know if you guys can see. So I want to move on quite quickly, so we're not on here. Rena? Somebody say yes or no? And can you guys hear me, because my Wi-Fi, but the connection isn't great. Okay, so I'm just going to assume that you guys can see because nobody said otherwise. Great. Okay, so we're here on the ready to put an order in. We basically selected LTC USD, and we're doing a market execution, and we've changed the lot size to 0.0. I'm going to sell just because, well, I want you guys to follow the trade alerts and do what the trade alerts say. But let's say this was a trade alert and it said sell. We're not going to go through any kind of analysis. Let me make sure you guys can hear and see. My Viking. Oh no, my headphones as well. See if that makes it any more clear. Am I still choppy, Fioro? I'm gonna go ahead and connect the Wi-Fi again. But that dropped, so I'll put the headphones in now. Don't know if that's a little bit clearer. Let me also connect my Wi-Fi again. So my device doesn't want to stay even though it's dropped off. But okay, I'm just gonna press forward. You guys are gonna have to let me see. Okay, great. So again, I'm going to put in a sell. So I click sell. Once I click sell, if my connection is working, there we go. And it will be displayed. You guys don't have as many trades, don't be alarmed. This is just an account which I've practiced many. But right at the bottom of the screen, you will see LTC USD. Yeah, and that's the trade that we just entered. So let's, if you can't, somebody better holla. Holla! Okay, so we went to our quote screen. We knew we were on our quote screen. It says quotes and it's highlighted. When you click on any bottom here, as you can see, it highlights. So from this screen, we chose LTC USD by tapping it. From tapping it, we clicked trade. Trade brought us to the screen where we can enter our trade details. We see LTC USD at the top, which is exactly what we want, because that's what we want to trade in this example. We see it is a market execution, or I may say instant execution, and then we changed our lot size just by tapping on it and typing in the lot size, and then we clicked on sell. I'm not going to click it again because we're already in. And that brought us to this screen here. LTC USD is at the bottom, and we are in the market. And as explained in the video, this is because your broker has to get their money off the top first. So it starts red, and when it gets to the blue amount that you desire, you can go ahead and close it out. So let me see, because it's moving really slowly. And all the other ones I don't want to close out, but I want to show you how to close a trade out. So to close out your trade, so let's look at this LTC USD trade. You tap and hold it, and then some more options pop up. Close, modify, trade, and chart. So the options again are close, modify, trade, and chart. So to close, guess which one we click on? We click on close. That brings us to the close screen. And here on the close screen, we have an option to agree with what the market is basically telling us on this orange banner. So on the orange banner right now, it's saying, basically, do you want to close with a loss of 20 cents? You will go ahead and click on that. If you disagree, so you don't want to close, then you just would press the back arrow in the top corner, and it would bring you back to your active trades. So we are going to close it out just so that you can have an understanding of what happens and where your trades go when you close them. So imagine this was in profit, or maybe you just, you want to jump out. So I'll just jump out because I had known the purposes of demo. So 20 cents, I'm willing to take a 20 cents hit. Yes, market, I agree, 20 cents is nothing. I'm ready to go. So what I do is I click on the orange banner. And once I click on it, it told me that I was closed out of that trade. I'm no longer in that trade. As you can see, nowhere on the screen now says LTCUSD because I've closed out the trade. And to locate all the trades which you close out of, you locate that in the history tab, which is at the bottom, right next to trade, where it says history. So when you click on that, you will see, I'm so sorry, I'm getting lots of notifications. You will see at the top of the screen a receipt for your last order, which in this case is LTCUSD. If I tap on that trade, it opens up and you can see all the details that are included in this trade, which is the price that I bought at, the price that I left the market at, which I'm going to go into right now when we calculate our pips. So I entered at 56.52, and then the arrow points to the price I left at, which was 56.72. And that over on the right was a profit or a loss of 20 cents. So that's all the details, and those are the things that I may want to jot down in my trading log so that I can see, what I like to trade, what I don't like to trade. So if you guys aren't keeping a log of your trades, I suggest you do. And this is the place where you'll come to basically get all that information. Okay, so let me come back to you guys over in the Zoom. Hopefully you guys were following along. And before I go into calculating your pips, because I'm going to go to the Trade Alert app, we're going to find the trade and we're going to go ahead and work out how we basically take the instructions that it says on the trade, like in the video. But I'm giving you guys an exclusive because the pips video is not out yet. So anybody got any questions or concerns so far before we go ahead to the next stage? Let me know. Let me know, let me know, let me know. So I'm going to give you guys a minute or so while I just get set up for the next section, which will be basically taking a trade and following the instructions that it says on our trade app, on our Team Alerts app, in our team app under Trade Alerts. So I'll share back in a moment. So you guys are good, right? If you guys are good, type 111 in the chat, and I'll continue. So go ahead and let me know you guys are good and good to continue. We'll move on to the next stage as soon as you let me know. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. You guys are really quiet today. I know it's early there, but I mean, it's like 10 a.m. now, right? You guys should be a little bit more awake. Thanks, Fioro. Fioro's awake. Awesome. Right. Okie dokie. So let me just make sure that all my visuals have loaded up, and then I want to go on to the next part. Actually, give me 1 second. I'll do it from here. Select. Bam, 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 bam. And then post. Cool. Okay, so next we are going to go to our, what's this? 1 second. Okay. No problem, no problem, no problem. Okay. Okay, great. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sam Collins. Oh, it's 9 a.m. where you are, Nina. You're in Birmingham, Alabama. Hey, Nina, welcome to our team. Happy to have you. I know we've just been speaking over the last few days. I know you're brand new. So everyone, this applies to everyone. You know, follow along as much as you can. You know, bite off whatever you can chew. What you can't chew right now, spit it out. And trust me, later on, you know, it's all going to align when you guys go through the roadmap. And oh, hey, you're in Mississippi, Sam. Awesome. Is that Central Time as well? And you was on bright and early, so I mean, hats off to you guys. It's 3 p.m. here in the UK, in sunny England. It's not very sunny today. Not usually very sunny in England either. Okie dokie, right. So, oh, Anguilla in the house. Awesome. It's 10 a.m. Oh gosh, I need some of the Anguilla sunshine. You guys are just trying to make me jealous, right? Okay, so I'm going to share the screen again. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and access those, the Team Alerts app. So start broadcast, 3, 2, 1. We are live. Awesome sauce. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see my screen. I'm moving away from the chat once again, so I won't know if you can't see the screen unless you unmute. So I'm going to go into this green icon at the bottom, which is our Team Alerts app. So all you guys on the call by now should have downloaded this app. You should have been accepted depending on when you guys went ahead and sent about 24 hours to make sure that you're approved and you're active and all that good stuff. So if you've done it properly by following the instructions, which are now live on the YouTube, the links are in the Rich University Facebook page, which I've shown you at the beginning. If not, please contact your sponsor to find out. Also, I'll put my details as well in the chat when I get back over there. Sorry for all these notifications. That's just life of a hustler. Always got notifications coming from. That's what we do. We're big on branding and marketing here at Rich. So we always have a lot of people, you know, reviewing, liking, commenting on our content. Okie dokie. So when you come onto this app, you should see the screen similar to this one. And you'll see Rise and Profit alerts there on the screen. So when you click on that, you'll be brought to this screen, which basically says at the bottom, news and trade alerts, events, and team group chats. So for trade alerts, we go to news and trade alerts. So when we click on that there, we're brought to this screen, which has all our recent news and trade alerts, starting from the newest down to the oldest, and they're timestamped. So this one, there you go, it's loaded. My amazing internet connection has finally loaded what it needs to load. And as you can see, trying to get rid of that so you can guys see a little better. It's kind of hard to do if I hold it right there. So if you go down this list, you will see that there are a mixture of alerts and news announcements. So we scroll down, let's scroll right down. So the ones that you will see quite regularly coming through will be these I Build Legacies trade alerts. They come through early in the morning, and that's the one I'm going to focus on these ones because they have some very basic and very repetitive instructions that if you don't, you might be feeling basically the trade alert. So I'm going to show you how to follow those instructions. So let me just click on one at random. I've already kind of got some demonstrations lined up, but all I did there, I imagined that, you know, this alert just came in. I'll just go to the one at the top. And it's telling me to buy USD CHF now. It says TP, 10 pips from entry. And then at the bottom, it says do not comment, just letting you know not to make any comments. Has disclaimer, and it has the chart. So today I'm going to focus on the instruction, the buy, the buy USD CHF or whichever currency pair it says, and I'm going to be concentrating on the 10 pips from entry. So you guys will know how to do that. So I have some visuals that I have already previously prepared earlier in great TV show fashion. So hopefully this works. I'm going to get all those up. This is the fun part. This is the money part now, where you guys don't have to look at your phone all day. So what we just did together is we entered a trade manually, and then we exited the trade manually. Well, now we're going to show you how to basically set your profit so that you don't have to, keep checking your phone to see, oh, is it blue yet? Or is it, where I want it to be? You're basically going to set the profit, which in this example, it's going to be for 10 pips, which you'll find out, what exactly that looks like, what that means. Pips is just a value in the market. So in your IML Academy training, they will go through in more detail, but just for it to be, for the case of breaking it down in simple terms, rather than saying £10, $10, 10 euros, 10, Canadian dollars or what have you, because there's so many different values or so many different types of currency in the market, we calculate market value by pips. So you would times your pips by your dollar or whatever amount, whatever you're trading. So that's basically why we're saying pips and we're not saying dollars or something else. So let's go ahead and do this. Awesome. Okay, so can everybody see the screen? Can everybody see the screen? Type a 111 in the chat if you can see the screen. Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Sam Collins. Awesome. So again, thank you, Nina. We're going to basically follow the instruction on the screen. So you guys definitely want to have a pen and paper handy. I haven't really
fit any of the none of the thing won't go in. It won't fit in. What your
Patrick, you're unmuted. Have you got a question? Hello?
Hello?
I think it's an... do you have a question?
No.
Okay, we can hear you, so go ahead and unmute your mic. Awesome. Rosanna, I see you're also unmuted. I don't know if you have a question. If you do, you can go ahead. I'm going to get back to where we were. Awesome. Okie dokie. So again, this is exclusive now. We haven't released the video on calculating your pips. So you guys have access to exclusive orientation, being that you are rich, royal, inspirational, courageous, and humble. So privileged, such a royal dynasty. Loving it. Okay. So just like we just mentioned, on the Trade Alerts app, we are given set instructions on the trade alerts which come out. So here on this trade alert, it says buy GBP JPY now. Buy GBP JPY now. So we've already gone through how we buy. So let's say we've already bought this, we've entered the market and we've bought it, just like we just did in the demonstration with the Litecoin, which was LTCUSD. But the next instruction says TP 10 pips from entry. So what the heck is a TP and what's this 10 pips from entry? Like, what is happening here? So write this down. TP simply stands for take profit. So TP stands for take profit. Take profit. And all that means is where you are going to tell the market that you want to take your profit. So here, this instruction means take your profit 10 pips from where you entered. So how do we know all this? Like, how do we know all this? Awesome. So this is what your trade will look like when you enter it. So for example here, this is the trade, what we saw there on the trade alert. It was GBP JPY, and it was a buy. So that's why next to JBP, JPY, it says buy. Now also underneath the JBP, JPY buy, we see a number. That number is this number that I'm looking at here, and it's 141.457. That is the price that we entered at. The price that we entered at. So we entered the market at 141.457. This is very important. That number is very important. You might want to write it down, especially if you're using iPhone, because when we go to modify this, you won't be able to see that number anymore. So you'll need to make a mental note or write down 141.457. For Android users, your view is a little bit more flattering or a little bit more kind, and it actually shows you that number, so you don't have to memorize it. But I don't have an Android, so you know, I have to remember or write it down. Okay, let's move on. So we're about to add 10 pips to that same number, 141.457. So to get this view here, all I did, or all you would do, is tap on the trade to open it out. And then you can see here, you can see it says TP, which we said was what? Take profit. Awesome. Hopefully you guys said that out loud with me. And here there's a space and there's nothing written there. So we're going to change that. We're going to modify this trade to set our TP, take profit, 10 pips from entry. Awesome. So to do that, we would tap and hold GBP, JPY. So we tap and hold the trade until we saw these options: close, modify, trade, and chart. So when you tap and hold your trade, you will see close, modify, trade, and chart. So we click on modify to modify our trade. Modify to modify our trade. And when we click on modify, I've just highlighted it as I prepared earlier. When you click on modify, you will be brought to this screen right here. That looks like this. And as you can see on the screen, at the top of the screen for iPhone users, it has the currency pair which you are wanting to modify, which is GBP, JPY. That's important. And for Android users, I think it's a blue banner at the top of the screen. So all this right here is blue. And then it says the number, which you were looking at, that 141.457, or whatever the number will be. Your number is always going to be different. All your number means is the price that when you hit trade, that was the price that was recorded. I'm just showing you the price what showed on my side when I hit trade, and that was 1.457. Okie dokie, hopefully you're following along. So again, you want to see at the top of the screen the currency pair, and then what you're going to see is stop loss and take profit. And for this example, we're focusing on take profit. For Android users, disclaimer, your screen will have a red box next to a green box. So can I draw on this? Can I be fancy? So it will be like this. Well, it's be like a, oh gosh, how do I draw? Be like a red box like this. And then it will be like a green box. Oh, a green box like that. Something like that, but a lot more obviously tidier. So basically your green box on an Android is your take profit box. So that's what you will be focusing on for in relation to this example. So in the take profit space on your iPhone, or in your green box on Android, that is where we're going to type in our take profit. But we need to work it out first. We need to know what that is. So fast forward to how we do that. So we just identified that the number and pips to, or follow the trade alert and calculate 10 pips from our entry is this number, the 141.457. Okay, so the good stuff. How do we add our 10 pips? What does this mean? So this is how the trade looks, or should look. It just won't say, you just won't see this green part here. So just ignore that. So to buy, which is what the trade alert said, the trade alert, which is where we got the trade, it said buy GBP, JPY now, and then it said TP 10 pips from entry. So that's what we're doing. We're buying 10 pips from entry. And how do we do that? So the number 141,457, we're going to add 10 pips. Oh, I'm missing a slide. I'm missing a slide that explains this to you guys. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And I want that slide. 1 second. 1 second, guys. So sorry. I'm very visual as a learner, so I want to also make sure that you guys see what I want you guys to see. Oh, in fact, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Okay, so let's get back to what we was doing. Okay, so we're going to add 10 to this number so that it equals this number. Now, what happened here? Something happened. This number's changed. So when we're buying, we add 10 to the two numbers which are right before the last number. So here you can see 141.457. The last number is 7, and the two numbers before that number are 4 and 5, or 45. And because we're in a buy, we're going to add to that number. We're going to add 10 because we want to calculate 10 pips. So then that number then becomes 141.557. So the only thing that changed here was the 45 changed to 55. So here it should be a little bit more clear. So this was what the trade said, just to recap. It said buy GBP, JPY now, and it said TP, take profit, 10 pips from entry. So hopefully you guys are making lots of notes. You might want to screenshot. If you want me to slow down and go back so you can screenshot these areas, there will be a visual video released, dropping real soon. You guys, again, I got the exclusive and the live exclusive. So you guys can see on the screen here that we're adding 10 to the two numbers before the last number. Why are we doing this again? So we're adding, we want to set our take profit 10 pips from where we entered, and that number, remember, it was 141.457, and to calculate our 10 pips in a buy, we add to the two numbers before the last number. We add 10 to the two numbers before the last number. So you may want to screenshot that. Okay? So what does that look like? That would mean that we are adding 10 to 45. So the equation for that, real simple maths, this is real simple maths. Trust me, I'm not a mathematician. I'm very ABC 1, 2, 3 basic shapes and colors. So this, if I can do this, trust me, and you all can follow along. So right now it might seem a bit like gobbledygook or like a lot of information, but this is going to resonate and be really, really easy to follow. So hopefully you guys, are taking lots of notes so that you guys can look back on this and one day have one of those aha moments. Okay, So there's lots of ways people calculate pips, but this is the most simple and basic way that, you know, that I think, and that Dr. China agrees, because we're quite similar in our learning styles. And, you know, there's a lot of different ways that people say, but I mean, ultimately you get the same result. But to me, this is the most simple. Okay, so we're adding 10 to the two numbers before the last number. So that's 45, which equals 55. So that's the result. It's 55, and then you don't change any of the other numbers. So 0.557 is going to be the new figure. That's going to be the new number, which we're going to set our 10 pips for, set our take profits for. Again, what did we just do? We had a number which was 141.457. We wanted to buy this pair, or we did buy this pair, and then we set our take profit, our TP, our take profit. We set it 10 pips from entry. So we got that entry price, which was located under GBP JPY. Maybe I'll go back through all of those so you can see what we did. So we found our entry price, which was here under JBP JPY. Oh, feedback. Hello. Ooh, Curtis, thanks for joining us. Please mute your audio. Awesome sauce. Okie dokie, guys. So again, what did we do? We located our entry price directly underneath our currency pair. So this was the trade that we've taken, hypothetically, in this example, because the trade alert basically told us to do so. That number, I'm zoomed in, that number, you can see it here again, just recapping, was 141.457. We identified that just now. And we're buying by market. That's just the type of trade we're in. How do we know? Because it says buy in blue next to GBP JPY. So whatever trade you're in, you know if you're in a buy or a sell, because it will say next to the currency pair, buy or sell. And then this number is the entry price. So when it says TP 10 pips from entry, it's this number here. Thank you so much, Dr. Sam. And please let me know, guys. I know my accent's thick. It's a little bit unfamiliar. All this information is new. I'm saying crazy words like pips. That's not part of your everyday vocabulary in this way. So if you want me to slow down or repeat anything, I won't be offended. I completely understand, you know, what's happening. Okie dokie. So just recapping, aren't I? So what did we do? We learned how to add 10 to the two numbers before the last number. So I'm giving you guys a chance to maybe screenshot these slides so that you can look over them in your own time. And then we followed the trade alert and we add. Why did we add? Because it was a buy. We add in a buy, and we'll show you what you do in a sell, but it's quite self-explanatory to work out. If we add, then we're obviously going to subtract. But we're buying now, so we're adding 10, take your profit, P, take your profit, 10 pips from your entry. So that's why we're adding 10 to the two numbers before that last number. And there we go. That's how we got here. So just in case you got lost and wondered how we got to this number here, 557, it was because we added 10 to 45. So once you've done all that maths, which, you know, it might at the beginning be a little bit fiddly, but it will become very second nature, something that you do in your head. Oh yeah, those slides are not the right slides. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the share so that I can show you. I'll show you a video that is actually silent. that actually puts the take profit in. 1 second, let me just make sure. And then we'll go ahead and do the same example, but we'll do it for, we will do it for a sell. And I'll also show you how to do it for other currency pairs, because there's a slight difference in all of the other currency pairs. So JPY is quite unique. So let's do this. I'm going to share again. Let me just get everything set up. So any questions or concerns, guys, while I'm just setting up the visual so you can see exactly how you would put that in your MT4 app. And I'll actually talk over the visual so you can hear me this time. So any questions, comments, or concerns so far? How to calculate or how to add 10 pips, how to basically buy and set your take profit 10 pips from your entry, which is what we just did. Any questions? So I'm not seeing any questions, so I'm assuming that everybody's good. If everybody understands, you know, basically what we just went through, even if you may have some small concerns, which I'm definitely willing to go ahead and, you know, relieve or answer, or make sure that you guys, you know, are a little bit more clearer, just go ahead and let me know. If everything's all good, type 111 in the chat. If I don't hear anything, if I don't see anything, I'll just continue. Hey, Sharita, see you on the line. Awesome, awesome. Thanks for joining us. Awesome leader out there in the Atlanta area. We have some great leadership here at Rich. Okay, so I don't see anybody typing. Oh, maybe you did and I just didn't see it. Yes, sorry. Awesome, thank you, Curtis. Thank you, Shanice, and thank you, Milson. And I just saw somebody else. Hey, okie dokie. So what did I say? We're going to go ahead and have a look at how we basically put that take profit number. So we got to 141.557. I'm going to just share this visual video and talk over it as best as I can. So let me know that you can see my screen. Hopefully you can. I'm going to go ahead and assume you can. Somebody's unmuted. Have you got a question? Somebody said that they can see. Awesome, brilliant. So I'm back now in case the visual. Okay, so this is basically going to go through what we just relating to your actual, let me just pause so I can talk as well. Can you hear, watch the video? I don't want the situation like last time where it goes completely silent. Can you hear me and see the visual? Somebody's unmuted. I think it's Karen. I have a question, Karen, or Rosanna. I've just muted you guys. So I just want to make sure you can hear me over the, just let me know real quick, because once I get going, I'll be gone. And I don't want to come back to a situation like before where you didn't hear anything. Okay, so you're asking a question about the dollar index, Shanice. If you hold that question to the end of this session, and I'll be happy to shed some light. Oh no, waking up. Oh, that's horrible. I'm going to go ahead and try and connect this silly, what do you call it? Intermittent Wi-Fi. And see if that makes it clearer. You know, these iPhones just do, you know, they kind of do their own thing. And this one is going through a phase of just not wanting to be connected to Wi-Fi. So it just keeps, it keeps dropping. And my connection isn't, look, it's already dropped. No, I'm not even left the screen. Oh, it's me a bit better, or am I still breaking up? about to basically talk over the video, and I will need a good, I'll need you guys to have good, and go through that and go really slow and repeat myself in case there's gaps. Okay, so we were here, and what we're about to do is we're about to physically see how we basically put our take profit, our TP, into our MetaTrader 4. That's our MT4 app, the app where we conduct all our buying and selling of trades, yeah? So, like we demonstrated earlier, we'll select, in this case, it will be GBPJPY, which we already selected and we bought. Now we modify the trade by tapping on that trade and holding the trade, like so, and we click modify. So this screen is the screen where we type our take profit. So let me just hit pause real quick. So as you saw there, what happened? We came to the modification screen, which is this screen right here. We pull it back a little bit. Yeah, so it will look like this. It will look like this when you guys select modify. So when you modify, it will look like this. On an Android, as explained, it will look a little different. It will basically have a blue banner at the top of the screen. And you'll also have some information, the information that we actually need, which will be the price. And that price is where we located that underneath the currency. So our price for this example is, you should by now know it, 141.457 was the price. We added our 10 pips by adding 10 to the two numbers before the last number, which was the 4 and the 5, which gave us 55. So the number then became 0.557. So the whole number is 141.457. Oh, sorry, 0.557 even. And we're about to now add that into the take profit space on our app. On our Android, it would be the green box. So in the green box would be where you type in the number 141.557 or whatever that number is for you when you're entering your trades. So I'm going to click play to keep going. So when you click on that space, you'll see that it will bring up the keypad, and all I did there was type in 557, and then I clicked modify. Let's just go back some. So you can see, oh, pause. You can see I typed in 141.557. Why did we type that? We typed that because our price that we entered the market with was 141.457. We added 10 to our two numbers before the last number, which became 55, and then we put all the other numbers back, so it became 141.557. And then we clicked on modify. We clicked on modify. We clicked on modify. And when we clicked on modify, we saw, or we can see, when let me pause again. So what I did there, because you might be thinking, whoa, what's happening? So when you click on modify, it will bring you back to the trade screen. The trade screen, you know it's the trade screen because at the bottom of the screen, the trade tab is highlighted. This is where all your active trades will be shown. And now you want to see, okay, well, you don't know if anything's happened or not by looking at this view, because you can still see GBPJPY, you can still see buy, and you can still see that 141.457. However, if you tap on the trade, it opens up. So just like magic, voila, I've tapped on the trade and it's opened up, as you can see. And when it opens up, now where it says TP, which is our what? What is TP? It's our take profit. I know everybody said take profit because you guys have been listening attentively and making notes. So now it says 1.1557. Wow, that's awesome. That's the number that we put in on our modification screen. We typed that number in. Remember, it was in green. We typed 141.557. And like magic, when we've clicked modify, now our trade is modified at 141.557. So let's see what happens next. I don't even know what happens next. I'm not sure. Let me see. Okay, so that's the end of that video. What happens next, I'll let you know. Basically, once it gets to that place in the market, don't know if I have a visual. Well, it's on the step 5 of your 7 steps, the video that you guys couldn't hear before. And that's where I showed you basically where all the trades end up. So let me basically go to the MT4 app and show you guys. Lots of switching back and forward, I know. Okie dokie. So this was the account where I did that trade. This is another one. And then, okay, so let me talk a little bit about what's happening. Okay, so the market's closed. That's why nothing's moving. However, all of your trades that you exit, so when you leave the market, so when your trades hit the area, the take profit area that you've set, they will be in history. So they'll no longer show on this screen. They'll show on the history screen, which is at the bottom next to trade. You tap history. And because today, I didn't do this today, so there's no history data, but I did it within the week. So at the top of the screen, where it says day, week, month, custom, I'm just going to tap week. I'm just going to tap week. And there you can see that trade, just like magic. There it is. You can see the 1.1.457. You can see that the TP was 141.557, where it says TP, where I've opened it up. And what happened? Next to 1.1457, you see an arrow. Maybe I'll screenshot this so that you guys can, let me screenshot this and share it that way so I can kind of manage what I'm talking about better. So let's stop this share. Oh gosh, no, where am I supposed to be? Zoom. Okie dokie. So I'm going to share that visual we're looking at just in a way that we can basically get more control. I can kind of highlight bits. Hopefully you guys are still following along. Hopefully you guys are still following along. Let me know if you guys have got any concerns out there. I'm happy to help you. Yeah, this is the one. Awesome. Okie dokie. So this is where the trade, once it's hit the take profit, so the point of setting your take profit is that when you're basically, you know, going through your day, we got this trade from the Trade Alerts app, Eastern Standard Time. Those alerts go off about sometimes 4 in the morning, sometimes 5 in the morning. In fact, it might be earlier than that for you guys. Might be like 1 or 2 in the morning even, 2, 3 in the morning, yeah? That's basically because London Sessions, which is the Trade Alert author, trades a lot in that session. It's quite a fast moving session. So it just means that a lot of the trades may, or in our experience on our Trade Alerts, Team Alerts app, they do kind of come through early on in the morning. However, you'll be half asleep or, you know, well, I don't recommend that you're completely half asleep. You don't want to make mistakes. But you don't want to sit up at 2 in the morning waiting for your trades to hit the area, you know, of profit that has been instructed. That's why we are setting 10 pips so that you guys can just set it and forget it. So when you've set it and forgotten about it, you might wake up and see, oh, where's the trade gone? It's not there anymore. So again, you locate your trades which have exited the market, so are no longer active, here in history at the bottom. where my cursor is shining. And then the trade that we entered and took its profits because we set it to is showing on the screen. So what I was basically bringing you guys attention to were these numbers here and this number here. So this number will never change, the entry price, because it's where you entered. It can't, you can't change where you've entered once you've basically entered. But we can set where we want to exit, and we set that. Oh, feedback. Hello, is somebody just joined us? Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Welcome to orientation. I'm glad that you guys could join along. This has been recorded, so I will get that recording out, and we're going to end shortly. We have been on for quite some time. I do commend all you guys' patience and, dedication. Definitely shows that you guys are going to have a great, successful journey here, in the trading world at Rich. And, we're so happy to have you guys with us. So thank you for taking the time out on your Saturday mornings. Again, what we were just going through. So we were looking at the price and the place that we set it to leave, which was 141.557. And here you can see that the final price is 141.557, exactly where we wanted it to leave. So that's why you see those two numbers. And then here would be the amount of money which was accumulated from 10 pips with this lot size, which I'm not going to go into all that in depth. The lot size, again, your IML Academy does a great job of showing you all that good stuff. I just want you guys to be able to do, some basic things. Even if you don't understand everything you're doing, that is completely fine. Again, I advise that you guys are doing this in your demo accounts, just to get a feel and a practice for entering and exiting trades, taking trades from our Team Alerts app, and setting your profits, and then going ahead and detailing your success, detailing your losses or your learning experiences, by just jotting down this information. So if I was keeping a trading log of this trade, I would be writing down the currency pair GBP/JPY located here. I would be writing down if I was in a buy or a sell. So for this, I'd write down buy, and I'd write down the 0.10, so I know how many lots I traded. So I traded a 0.10 lot, which is $1. I'm not going to go through it, even though I keep touching on it. I'm just teasing you guys. And I would also write down the time that I entered, which is this time here, which is a bit awkward to understand. So it's military time. I think you guys call it. We do use 24-hour clock here in London, in England. However, it's really awkward because it's like backwards. So you can see that the date says 14/08, 2018, even though it says it says 2018 08/14. It's basically the 14th of August that I entered it. So I'd write down the date and I'd write down the time. So this time says that I entered at 18:41. 1800 hours is 6 p.m. in the evening, so it was 6:41 p.m. I entered. I do think the time's off slightly to the live time you're trading. It's kind of like a universal time. So for me, I think it's either 2 hours ahead or 2 hours behind, something similar. Anyway, you'll know yourself because you'll be doing this quite regularly. So this is just something to basically highlight for you guys that this is all the information that's recorded on your receipt. I like to call it. This is your receipt of everything that you did. And then here is the information when you exited the trade. So this trade was exited, looks like it was a day later, at 4:29 in the morning. So between 6:41 p.m., so 41 minutes past 6 in the evening, to 4:30 the next morning. That's how long this trade took. So imagine trying to watch your phone for that long. I mean, it's just silly. It's just not, it's just not a, sensible thing to do, which is why we set our take profit, because when it hits, it just automatically closes out in profit, which is what we want. We want to see plenty of profits. So I would write that down. I'd write my take profit down, what I set, and all that good stuff. And all that means is that you start to build up a journal, a log, and then you start to see, oh, every single time I trade at this time, maybe it's successful, or every time I use, the GBP JPY currency, I have success, or what have you. That's just how you start to develop who you are in this space, because this is a very individual journey. Everybody has completely different styles, completely different strategies, because you've got different schedules, different lifestyles, and different personalities. So that's how you start to, develop consciously your trading style, your trading, patterns, and your trading kind of strategies. Awesome. So I've done a lot of talking. I want to show you how to quickly subtract your pips, but I want to see if you guys have got any questions or if that's clear. So you can unmute and ask me really quickly before we deduct 10 pips. I'll show you how to deduct 10 pips, which is, it'll be really quick because it's basically just the opposite of what we did. And I'll also show you how it looks with all the other currencies. So any questions, comments, concerns, anybody want to share anything regarding the what we've just gone over? If not, type 111 in the chat and I'll keep going. So if everything's clear, if everything's, making great sense. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Sam. I'm glad I'm clear. Oh, thank you, Milson. And thank you, Shanice. I hope I'm pronouncing everybody's name right as well. I hate messing up names. Thank you, Rosanna. Is that Rosanna in South Africa? If it is, hey, I've not seen you in ages or heard from you or connected with you. I hope everything's going well. Oh, it's Anguilla. You did tell me that before. So sorry. That's the you have to invite me to Anguilla so I can say, hey, is that Rosanna in Anguilla? I only know because I met Rosanna when we went to South Africa. So, I mean, I'd love to come to Anguilla. We went to Curacao. That's pretty close. But yeah, Anguilla's gorgeous. I want some good curry chicken and some good coconut water. I'm half Caribbean, so, you might have heard me, my little Caribbean dialect there. Okie dokes. Right, I'm moving on swiftly. I'm a bit of a chatterbox. So we're going to quickly go through deducting pips, and then the currency when it doesn't look like the 3-digit currency pairs. Let's see. Awesome. I think it starts here. Give me 1 second, guys. Bye. I need to see the cell. Okay, so this one is the cell. Which one is that? 4, 5, 7. I'm just having a bit of visibility issue. I think it's this one. It looks like it. I think so, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Done. Okie dokie. Great. So, what if you guys, went to your Trade Alerts app and it said sell GBP JPY. Sell GBP JPY. So I'm going to use the same price that we entered at, the same example, just so it's not confusing. And if what we just did, if the pair we just, if the trade that we just made was a sell trade and it said TP, which is take profit 10 pips from entry, but it's a sell, then we would subtract 10 from the last 2 numbers before the last number. So that would be something like this. So again, the same price that we used last time, that same entry price, which was 141.457, is the same one we're going to use here, just so we can see the difference of how it looks if it was a sell. So again, because the instruction on the trade alert says sell GBP JPY now, and it says take our profit, TP, take our profit, 10 pips from entry, which is taking our profit, 10 pips from where we entered, we would subtract 10 from the last two numbers. Yes. Oh, sorry. Subtract the last two numbers before the last number. Oh my gosh, I'm tongue twisted. We would subtract 10 from the last two numbers before the last number. That last number is 7. So the two numbers before that, the last two numbers before that number are 4 and 5. Just like in the other example. Yep. 4 and 5 or 45. I find it easier just to say it as an actual number, because it's easy to kind of add 10 and take away 10. If you're not a mathematician like myself, you know, it's quite easy to do mentally. So what does that look like? That looks like 45 minus or subtract 10. And 45 subtracted by 10 is 35. So our number would be 357. Why 357? Because 45 minus 10 is 35. You may want to go ahead and screenshot so that you guys can look back on that. I'll give you a moment to make your notes, and I'll just reiterate what we did. We sold GBP JPY 10 pips from where we entered. How did we do that? We subtracted 10 from the last two numbers that were before the last number. So we took 10 from 45 and we got 35. So our number was 0.357. Yeah? And that would be the number that we would put in our modification screen. It would be 141.357. So, yen pairs, which are the JPY pairs, yen pairs. So yen is just a currency that they use in Japan. And believe it or not, that is the currency pair we just traded. We just traded a yen pair. How did we know? Because it said JPY in that pair. So just like it says here on the instruction, oh, well, it doesn't really matter. I don't want to do that. I'd rather do this. It says GBP JPY. So whenever you see JPY, it's always going to have 3 digits. So whenever you see JPY, that's basically the Japanese currency. So they only have 3 numbers after the decimal point, like this. So just like we just, oh, somebody just joined us and you're unmuted. Let me go ahead and mute your audio unless you want to chime in. Okie dokie. Oh, okay, awesome. So again, all of the JPY pairs, the pairs that say JPY in them, so there's lots of them. GBP JPY is the one that we were trading in the example, but you'll see USD JPY, AUD JPY, CHF, just lots and lots of JPYs. They will always have 3 numbers after the decimal. So as you can see on the example, they will have a series of numbers, most likely a 1, 2, 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3. But then there will be a point and then another 3 numbers where I have written 4, 5, 6. All of the other foreign currency pairs, however, have at least 5 numbers. So notice I said foreign currency, meaning the currencies that are associated to countries. So not Bitcoin and not, gold, or, we're talking about actual foreign currency, the type of currency that you exchange when you're traveling to another country. So all of the other foreign currencies, the currencies that are associated with countries. Oh, so sorry, Lena, that you lost signal. Hopefully you're following. There's going to be a video with all this information anyway, and this call's recorded. So again, I'm now going through the other currency pairs, which are all of the other foreign currencies. They have at least 5 numbers after the decimal point, like this. So again, JPY pairs, that's any pair that says the letters JPY. In the example, we were trading GBP, JPY. So if it has JPY, it's going to be in this kind of format where you'll see a set of numbers, a decimal point, and then 3 numbers. You'll see 3 numbers. However, if it is any other foreign currency pair, a currency associated with a foreign country, that's how the easiest way to maybe remember that, then you'll see at least 5 numbers after the decimal point. I think it's always 5, maybe 4 or 5, but I mean, I went through and I seen 5 on all of them. So remember, this is all the pairs that you would basically exchange your money to go and spend in that country. So that doesn't include gold or silver, because you don't exchange your money for gold to go to. There's no country that, well, you know, as its, you know, national currency is gold. No one's national currency is Bitcoin. No one's national currency is oil. They might, have that commodity in their country, but each country has a currency. The UK, we have the pound. Europe has the euro. America has the dollar. Canada has the Canadian dollar. Japan has the yen, and so on and so forth. So just to make it clear, we're talking about all of the foreign currency pairs. After the decimal point, you will see at least 5 numbers. So here you can see you have a set of numbers before the decimal point, then you have the point, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. So in this case, how do we calculate our pips then? Is it the same? Like, what's happening? How do we calculate pips? I mean, please help me out. I'm going to help you out. So on the screen, you can see the currency pair, GBP CAD. How do you know it's that currency pair? Well, because in black bold type, guess what it says? It says GBP CAD. And we're also in a cell. So I'm going to show you how to basically deduct your 10 pips in a cell, which is when you're in a cell, remember you deduct, and when you're in a buy, you add. So I'm going to show you that, as well as how to do it with an ordinary currency pair, or every other pair that's not a yen pair or a JPY pair, which is the same thing. I'm saying a lot of new words, I know, possibly for you guys. So I do apologize if it seems complicated, but trust me, this is going to be so second nature to you guys. If I can get this, I mean, I'm so basic, 1, 2, 3, ABC. I'm not mathematical in any way, like I'm not a mathematical genius. I was very intimidated when I saw all these numbers, figures, charts, and now in a very simple, format, by learning this way, I'm able to immediately identify if I'm buying, if I'm selling, if I'm adding, if I'm subtracting, and all that good stuff. So you guys, I have no doubt that you're going to get there too. And you can attend orientation as many times as you need to. Right. So we are looking at a foreign currency pair, GBP CAD. As we advised, there are 5 numbers, or I should be looking at this number anyway. There are 5 numbers after our entry price. Remember, the entry price is always first. That's the number that we are adding or taking away from. In this case, we are taking away. We're going to subtract. So let's move on. So just like before, when we're selling by market, which is just a sell, the same as sell, it's just that's what it says on your MT4. It will say sell by market or buy by market. When you are selling, you are going to subtract 10. Subtract 10 from this number. So 1.76270 becomes 1.76170. But how, UK? Miss UK, what are you doing? How did we do this? Okay, really quickly. You can see an overview that the number 76270, the 27 being highlighted, when we subtract 10 pips, it became 170. Wow, just like that. 27 became 17. And believe it or not, even though there's more numbers, it was exactly the same formula. Exactly the same. So, oh gosh. I thought I had jotted those down. Yes, I have. Okay, so let me stop the share. I'm definitely not one of those TV people, am I? So I'm just gonna get the I'm gonna get the how we did that. Bear with me one moment. Play some hold music. So let's see here. Oh. Okay. So I didn't actually do it in the same way I did those visuals, but I will do. But I'm hoping that that makes sense for you guys. So just like before, when we had the 0.45, you know, and we had it circled in those pictures. I don't have a diagram with the circling, but it's exactly the same concept. So all we did, just like we explained, we always amend the two numbers before the last number. So if it's a normal currency pair with 5 numbers after the decimal, or a yen pair, JPY pair, with 3 numbers after the decimal, we always go to the last number. The last number. Oh. So let me circle it. This is the last number. Oh, God knows what's happening now. Let's do the pen again. This is the last number. This is also the last number. My dodgy arrow. And the 2 numbers before that number are the ones that we modify. The 2 numbers before the last number are the ones that we modify. So when we were buying, we were adding. When we were subtracting, when we were selling, we were subtracting. So that's why when in this example, 27 has become 17, because 27, let me see if I can write on the screen without making it look completely basic. So 27 subtracted by 10. Oh gosh, doesn't look great. Equals 17. So 27 subtracted by 10 equals 17. So our number, all the other numbers always stay the same. We're only modifying the 2 numbers that are before the last number. So when we do that in our MT4 app, just like we see on the screen here, we'll then put the number in right here. And that number, in this case, is 1.76170. Why? Because we took away 10 from the 2 numbers next to the last number, which was before 270. Now it's 170 because we minus 10. We subtracted 10. Okay, so hopefully you guys know how to add 10 pips now and subtract 10 pips. And I hope that was really helpful. I know that there was a lot of information that was being spoke about there and displayed, but I want to make sure that you guys, you know, are in a great position to go ahead and start practicing taking trades, entering and exiting the market, and that when the trade alerts come in, you understand the value of those trade alerts, because our team app is not something that everybody has, you know, in the whole company. That is a exclusive tool to Rich University. So you are receiving extra value for your membership. You're receiving an app which is basically sending money right to your cell phone. So we want you guys to obviously be able to, take your time and learn how to find your own trades, learn how to use the harmonic scanner tools, the web analyzer tools, the swipe trades tools. We want you guys to be, learning how to make your own analysis. But in the meantime, we also know that results and earnings are very important, which is why that Team Alert app will be your best friend, because it will be giving you profits without you even understanding exactly how to, maybe read a chart, exactly how to, read the scanner. In these examples, we did none of that. We didn't read a chart. We didn't go to the scanner. All we did is we just basically followed instructions. So if you guys can follow instructions, you can make a lot of money in this space. So without further ado, I'm going to leave it there for today. But I want to open the line up to you guys. Any questions, any concerns, anything that you guys want a little bit more clarity on? I'd be more than happy to go through anything with you guys. I know we've been on here about 2 hours. So, as long as it's useful, I'm completely, that I don't mind spending the time with you guys as long as it's helpful. So anybody want to open your line, hit *6 if you're on a normal phone. Just unmute your microphone if you're on, if you're using the Zoom app. Type in the chat. I'm going to address one of the questions that somebody asked. I think it was Shanice. You did ask me about the dollar index. That's not something that we went through today. And it is something that is a little bit more advanced, because I didn't know what the heck the dollar index was either for a long time. However, I was still able to make money in the space. But just to give you a little heads up on what the dollar index is, it's basically just it's the movement of the US dollar. So as you should have done in your academy training, because it's one of the first or second videos on your basic 1 training, it goes through all the major pairs, or what is a major, which is basically the US dollar. So the whole market is basically, how can we say it? It's the only pair which is considered a major, because 80% of the trades which are traded in the whole Forex market contain the dollar. So when the dollar index is basically the movement of the dollar, it's just when the dollar is going up and when the dollar is going down. So people use that as a guide for the rest of their trades. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so let's see. So CG Adams says, interesting. Will this video be shared? I'm assuming you're talking about this orientation video. Yes, it will. We recorded it. So as soon as we finish this call and close out, I will be able to extract that and post that in the Team app and in the Rich community. So you guys will be able to go back and listen. You guys are also welcome to join orientation again on Tuesday with Miss Boss Chick Latasha Wilson. And again on Saturday, which might be myself or maybe another Rich leader. We're going to rotate the sessions. I'm actually traveling at the weekend. It's bank holiday here in the UK. But you can attend orientation as many times as you want. So yes, this is recorded. Okay, so Dr. Sam, you said you have it now, so much better, and thank you so much. May God always bless and keep you well. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Dr. Sam. You don't know how much that means. I'm so happy that you guys are actually receiving value from my training. I'm no teacher. I'm just a student like you guys that wants to show you what I already I've learned from, the system. So I want you guys to have the best start, in this space. So yes, it does, is what Shanice said. And is that Janelle? Janelle. Oh gosh, I hope I said your name right. So sorry if I messed it up. Thank you so much. I came on late, but I understood. Awesome. Oh, awesome. I got it right. So again, Janelle, you'll be able to find this recording. It will be placed in the Rich University Facebook, which is the one that I showed you guys at the beginning of the call. The first step 1 on your 7 steps. let me give you guys my information. So you can follow me on Facebook. So people call me Miss UK, which is fine. That's what I'm known by. But I do have a name as well, which is Moreni K, or Moren for short. So you can find me on Facebook. Add me, Moreni K Rich Inc. If you guys are having trouble adding me, because sometimes Facebook's weird and it doesn't allow people to add me, shoot me a message on Messenger so I can add you, and hopefully I'm able to add you too. Sometimes it doesn't allow me to add people either, but we'll find a way around that. But that's who I am, Moreni K Rich Inc. And you can send me messages on Messenger also. If you guys are on WhatsApp, you guys can go ahead and send me a message on there. iPhone users as well, because I'm in the UK, anything which requires, Wi-Fi messaging is better than the calling and text. But we can communicate really well. I have no issues communicating with people globally on WhatsApp or iMessenger or whatever. But that's my contact number. So you guys may want to go. Oh, I see all the requests. Hey, Roseanne Brown. Let's see. Oh, Rosanna Brown. Shanice. Yeah, I see your request. Awesome sauce. So I'll go ahead and let me add you guys now, because I get so many notifications, as you guys saw. Hey, Dr. China's in the VA. So anybody in the VA area, there's an awesome event happening today, and Dr. China is in the air, or she was an hour ago. So why was I here? I'm accepting you guys. So I'm gonna go here. So, oh yeah, Carolyn, awesome. I've got you. Rosanna, I've got you. Shanice, I have got you. So I can now interact with you guys a lot easier. You'll have visibility to any messages I send, and I'll post in there. I'll post it here just really quickly, but I can send it in there. It's in the community. But if you guys haven't completed your 7 steps, I really need you guys to do that. Let me find the links, because I've messed them up on my side here, so I have to go. Somebody else just added me too. Is that Jocelyn? I'm not sure if that's somebody on this call, but I'm just going to go ahead and accept you anyway. What am I here for? Sorry, I have as you can see, I'm very easily distracted. So, when you come on Facebook, there's so much things. Okay, so this is what I wanted. I wanted to put this 7 steps with the visuals, copy, into the chat. Oh, awesome, Jocelyn. I can see that was you. Oh, I'm having some weird, what's happening? Something weird's happening with my Zoom. Let me just come out and come back in. Okay, there we go. Oh, keeps doing it. Janielle, I see you too. I'm experiencing something weird here. I can't access the chat. Why can't I access the chat? Okay, come out of Zoom again. Go back into Zoom. We shall not be defeated. We are more than conquerors. So for some reason, I can't access the chat. Oh, so weird. Let me try and just type a message. Just type in hi. But I can't paste. My view is obstructed. Try one more time, because I want to paste this to you guys. Oh, why does it keep doing that? It's so annoying. Close. Oh gosh. I'll get there. Sorry, I'm really persistent because I want to type. Okay, so it's not going to let me do it. So I can't type in the chat anymore. So sorry, guys. What I'm going to have to do is basically, if you go onto the discussion tab, the links what I'm trying to post, they're in there. Oh, thought it was going to let me type, but it's not. So they are basically located in the Rich community under the discussions tab. You guys have added me so I can message you guys as well. You're basically supposed to have completed those before orientation. So there's just your 7 steps, which are joining the Rich community, downloading the team app, downloading your MT4, opening a demo account, opening a live account, which that video isn't available yet, but it will be soon. And then what have we got next? I think I should look at it rather than guess. It would be better, right? Yes, then starting your 21-day roadmap, which will guide you to start your academy training and all that good stuff. So today you guys had an exclusive because we don't have a calculating pips video yet, but you guys got the drop on that. So hopefully it was helpful. You guys can be very proud and privileged that you guys got to, attend orientation and get something exclusive. So, spread the word, tell people, make sure you're sharing every day what you're learning with people. You'd be surprised who's always watching. Make sure that you're always attractive as far as your online presence, your social media. Not necessarily, I didn't mean attractive like what you look like. However, that helps as well. But yeah, you want to always be attracting people to something that you've got your hand on. So even if it's not your intention to basically tell everyone, don't be selfish. You're learning something that can really, really set people free, and it's going to basically be a great tool to enable you financial flexibility. And lots of people are looking for the same thing, and you hold that in your hand. Again, you're a part of the fastest growing team in the industry, Rich University, which is a great privilege and honor. We have so much value here, with Dr. China Bethley. We have millionaire mentorship and coaching. But yes, I'm not going to go beat around the bush again, because we've done a lot of talking today. We've been on it quite a while. So just before we finish, has anybody got any questions or concerns to add? If not, we'll go ahead and we'll wrap up. So let me know if you've got any. Oh, we've just got a rise and we've just got a team alert coming. So hopefully you guys heard that. Did you guys get the alert? It's letting us know that we have blitz calls today. Another thing to be taken advantage of. You don't ever have to explain anything in this space. We have, 7-figure earners and millionaire mentors that do that for us. So take advantage of those blitz calls, find out how to access them by going to the team app. And if anybody has anything else to add, just have a great Saturday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you were enriched here, and I'll see you guys soon. Okie dokie. Take care. Bye.